to MyMBuzz here live at MCM Liverpool Comic Con, and I'm so happy that we have two major stars with us who we all love. From Red Dwarf, we have John-Jules and we have Robert Llewellyn. Say hello. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Are you enjoying your time at the moment?
Yeah.
It does work, I promise. I know.
It does work. Yeah, no, we are. We're having a lovely time, and it is amazing to meet such a wide age range of people. If nothing else, who some people saw Red Dwarf when they were adults, when it started. Some were children, some weren't born. Some parents hadn't met and fallen in love, Danny, and then reproduced.
Yes.
Is that because of Red Dwarf?
We've met some Red Dwarf children.
Wow.
Some children that came about because of Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
And those aren't all ours, although some of ours,
I'm pleading the fifth.
And so obviously, a lot of the fans are going to be here because of Red Dwarf. It's amazing that you guys have brought back that show. It is fantastic. How has it been going, filming so far?
We finished. We finished on Wednesday. It has been an extraordinary. I think it's always difficult to say before they've been broadcast to say that they're brilliant, but I really think they are some of the absolute best episodes we've ever done. They're brilliant scripts, absolutely extraordinary scripts. The ideas are genius. The four of us have had a real ball doing it. It's been brilliant.
I can't wait to see it. And I mean, when you're shooting the show, especially in the start as well, and not just the new series, do you know at that time whether it's going to be good or, the fan reactions at that time?
And you can't tell, can you? Yeah. When we first, the clue we get is from the live audience. So we record them in front of an audience.
Yeah.
And there actually was an episode where we were worried. Do you remember when we were in Starbug and we couldn't really hear them, and we were going, "Oh my God, this one isn't working. It's not funny." And then they couldn't really hear us, and there was technical difficulties. They couldn't see us. We were in a part of the set that the audience couldn't see. And then when we went out in front of them, suddenly it just took off, and it was brilliant. So, they've been going very well.
How did you get all four of you in that tiny little Starbucks car?
That wasn't comfortable, was it?
No, but we got in there. Yeah.
They had to take the seats out. Because with my costume on, it's very difficult to get in and out of cars. But we had little, they call them apple boxes, just little wooden boxes that we sat on instead of the seats. There's no way we'd have got in there with the seats. No. Just no chance.
It's show me. It's all smoke and mirrors.
It's all smoke and mirrors. But all four of us did get in.
What was it like then, dressing up as Cat again and putting the suit back on for Crichton after such a while?
Like walking.
It's easy. It's very natural for us. The muscle memory is very strong.
The muscle memory is good, and also the people want to see it, and you're just accommodating their wishes.
That's the flip side of it is it's an enormous. We've all said this. It's an enormous privilege to have happened upon for all individually for us to have happened upon this series. That I thought it had finished in 1989. That was the last one that I was in. And that would be it. With 3 series, that's normal, and it's still going now. It's unbelievable, unbelievable anyway. But it's an enormous privilege for us.
And
it's
a whole new audience.
And a whole new audience.
A whole new audience.
Yeah. And all around the world. There's certain countries where it's the Czech Republic for some reason.
It's huge.
We're massive in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
And Ukraine. Did you know about Ukraine? I've just been getting fan emails from
Ukrainian fan letters.
Yeah.
In
very good English.
Okay.
They're very well educated. Yeah.
Wow.
Because obviously we all speak Ukrainian.
And Dubai.
Dubai is
everywhere.
Very big. Australia, New Zealand, all the ones
New
America,
Zealand.
Canada. But there's also these other little pockets. Japan. If you see the Japanese dubbed version of Red Dwarf, I love it. Because Lister's voice is like that.
Yeah.
And then Crichton comes in. It's really butch. It's great.
Yeah.
And then the cat comes in. Just the same.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It is fantastic. I was going to ask as well, putting the suit back on. I heard that it's really hot in there. That you sweat out of your ears. Is that right?
Not out of my ears, but out of Crichton's ears.
Yes, yeah.
It was Craig that thought it was funny to show the audience what happens if I tip my head sideways. And that was in the old. It's not the new mask isn't as bad, but the old mask used to sort of fill up. It's not a pleasant thing to describe. So he'd make me put my head on one side, and then sweat would come out of not my actual ears of my body, but the ear holes of Crichton's ear holes. And that's quite interesting. You've got an audience that love the show and really think it's funny. Then they see that, and it kind of puts them off. They all went, ugh.
They still love it, I'm sure. And one of the things in Red Dwarf Back to Earth, Danny, was that pink suit. When you first saw that, having to put that on, the diving suit after you come out of the tank, what did you think?
Turquoise.
That was the turquoise flared suit.
The turquoise.
Diving bell.
All the women on the set were very impressed with that. They all suddenly gathered round, didn't they? And Danny had that on. It was quite revealing.
There was a few interesting faces around. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Danny's costumes are always an absolute delight.
And when I can't imagine anyone else playing Cat, and certainly sort of the images like when you come out wearing the suit, dancing with speaking Cat's voice and everything. I have to say, it's brilliant to watch. It's so funny. And I wonder, are some of those moves and some of those lines, are they yours or are they all scripted?
Everything's in the script.
It is.
It always has been.
It's always been brilliantly scripted. There are occasions, and there's been a few in the last two series we've done, where it's literally a tagline at the end of a scene where we'll say something, we'll do the scene, diddle-dum, 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 and then one of us will do, boom, and then Doug thinks about it and worries about it and goes, yeah, and there are some. So I think each of us has probably effectively put in 3 or 4 words per series. But that's it. The rest is scripted. So it's 99% scripted.
Owl was scripted.
And brilliantly scripted, when we read it. And also, what happens... Yeah, it wasn't.
It was scripted.
It was scripted, yeah. And Smee it was scripted.
It's all scripted.
But what is brilliant, though, we'll read it through when we do the read-through. And when we first see the scripts, by the time we actually do them, they're totally different. They've been completely rewritten. I mean, that happens up till on Wednesday, that we recorded a live episode in front of the audience on Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. Wednesday morning, we were given a brand new scene that we'd never seen before. Yeah. None of us. It was quite a long scene, wasn't it? And it was had to work
6 pages
to get that scene in our heads in that short period of time, because that was a complete, and it made the show much better. It explained everything. But the first scene we had to do in front of the audience, we'd had that morning. So
it sounds like you guys are really happy with the new series coming up. So is there anything that you can sort of tease about it? Because you've done 11 and 12 now, I think you've filmed.
Yeah, we've done 11 and 12. We finished. The only thing we can say at all, only because Doug announced it when he announced the first 2 series, is there is one episode with an enormous amount of Crichtons in it. Just an unbelievable amount.
Yes.
And they are mechanoids from beyond the tomb. They are extraordinary. So
there's loads.
It's going to be, that one is I think, a very memorable
episode.
It's a very Crichton-heavy episode, yeah.
The Ministry of Funny Walks.
The Ministry of... Yes, it was. It was a conference of the Ministry of Funny Walks, of Crichton Walks.
And I heard that you guys kept the robot heads, Crichton heads. Is that right? Some of those?
No, I mean, once I've worn them, they're destroyed. I mean, they to take them off, the oil destroys them. So they're once, you can only wear them once.
Only disposable heads.
They're disposable heads.
Well, we're going to take some questions from the audience in just a moment. But I also wanted to ask you guys, I mean, obviously you've been friends now for ages, and you did an episode of Carpool together, your show. Yeah. So I have to ask Danny, is Robert a good driver?
Better than James Corden.
Brilliant. Okay, so has anyone got any questions for our panelists? Don't be shy. Here we go.
I love Death in Paradise. And how long do you spend filming out in the Caribbean?
5 months. 5 months. 5
months. I've been begging the producers of Danny's show to murder me for the last 5 years, and they still haven't done it.
Yeah, we're trying to get him murdered.
I just want to get out there and be murdered. I don't want to do any talking. I just want to lie in a pool of blood somewhere in the kitchen.
Well, there was a couple of people. Well, there was at least one actor who did get murdered
Oh, what, in real life?
In Red Dwarf, no.
Oh,
At the
right,
party
yes.
last
Sorry,
night.
yeah. Yeah, I don't really want them to actually murder me. I'd love to go. I've never been there, so I want to go.
How do you want
we
to be
should get you out
murdered?
there.
Have you got a way that you want to go?
I think it should be very brutal,
Yeah,
visceral.
really bloody.
Yeah. Very bloody.
Unlike Ben Miller.
Just sort of walked out. Any more questions from the audience? Do you want to come forward?
Yeah, I just want to say I really enjoy the show, but in the first series you see Dave Lister marooned in space with Arnold Wynn, but my question is, who would you want to be marooned with in space?
Wow.
Who marooned in space? If we had to be marooned in space with one person, Ace Rimmer. Actually, you're right. I would, because he'd look after you. What a guy.
What a guy.
I think I'm going to go with Ace Rimmer. He's so cool.
Who would I want? Maybe Riviera, maybe.
Riviera Kid. Yeah.
Riviera.
That would be
He'd
lively.
cool. Lively. Tequila.
A lot of tequila.
A lot of tequila.
A lot of tap.
A lot of tapas.
Well, one thing, obviously, because you guys are on the crew of that spaceship for so long, if in real life you guys were stuck, who do you think would go mad first?
Chris Barry.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
think Chris might lose it first. He'd get it back,
Yeah?
but then
Yeah.
he'd lose it again.
After a while.
Yeah.
But he would go first,
Yeah.
Any more questions? Hello? So one at the back. I can't see hands. If you stick your hands up for me.
There's one over
There we
here.
go. Sticking a helmet up, okay.
Over the series, I've noticed Cat has become less of a cat and more human. Do you feel his character's changed being around the crew?
He's evolving.
Nice.
It's evolution, isn't it?
He's evolved from one cat to a human. And like humans, we all keep evolving. And, they kept saying, how comes he can fly a spaceship? I said, it only takes 6 years to fly a jumbo jet. And I've been on Red Dwarf for 28 years.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So, yeah, it's just an evolution, which takes an even stranger turn this series.
There are some very strange evolutionary turns in this series. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to wrap it up very shortly, but I've got a couple of quick questions for you both. So we are at Comic-Con, and there are lots of cosplayers around. If you guys were going to dress up as any comic book character, or any character really from TV, who would you go for?
The man from U.N.C.L.E., because he had really cool suits.
I'd be Ilya Kuryakin
Oh, yeah, you could be Ilya.
with a Dwayne Dibley wig.
I'll be Napoleon Solo.
Could fight each other.
But
Napoleon Solo and
I'd
Ilya
let Danny do all
Kuryakin.
the fighting, and I'd
Yeah.
just stand there looking rather cool.
Me and David McCallum used to have the same agent.
There you go.
How about that?
You could
Me
have
and
been
Ilya
Ilya.
Kuryakin.
So there's a Man from U.N.C.L.E. remake coming then. Red Dwarf special episode.
Aren't they making that, aren't they?
They have done one, yeah.
They've done one.
Good. Yeah, it's good. I saw it. It's good.
Wasn't that Matthew Vaughn? Was it Matthew Vaughn?
I don't know who did it.
Can't remember.
No,
Probably
we
mugged
can't
myself off there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
lastly, big movie coming out is Batman versus Superman. So if you guys had to pick a side, who would you be rooting for?
Well, I've already voted for Superman, not because I prefer Superman, but just because he's got, unless Batman's got a load of kryptonite in his bat belt, which is possible.
Yeah, but they've both got their underpants over their tights.
Got their underpants over their tights. I just like seeing fully grown men with their underpants over their tights
over their
fighting.
tights. It's like Rick Mail or something, It's like the young ones, the young ones on with capes.
Yeah.
Slight spoofer version.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you.
guys. Everyone, please give it up for Danny, John-Jules, and Robert
Thank you.
Llewellyn.
Thank you.